Everyone wants a coach that's passionate and caring. Well, look no further than Coach Carlos.
We came here to Florida 5 years ago after Hurricane Maria. And then we started thinking about how we can contribute and give back to the communities and how we can impact the life of the young athletes in the volleyball sport.
Coach Carlos started Dynamite Volleyball Club in 2017 after moving to Tampa, Florida, a move that was made out of necessity.
It was the uncertainty of what was about to happen that struck my mind and my heart. I was very nervous.
Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico on September 20th, 2017 as a Category 5 hurricane, one of the 10 strongest Atlantic hurricanes on record.
I didn't think much about myself, but I was holding the door and the wind were very, very strong, so they were pushing me back. I was just thinking about if this hurricane blow this door, everything's gonna be the end of it. You know, we were thinking the worst. So, but then when I got really tired, I told my wife, you know what, baby, let's sit down on the family room. This is too strong, and we did everything we could. We put everything on the windows outside the house. You know, we tried to cover everything, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen.
Most of Puerto Rico was still recovering from Hurricane Irma, which swept through just a few weeks prior. Resources became limited on the island.
Big line that you saw on TV at that time, that there were like huge line at 3 a.m. In the morning, and I was leaving those lines at 3 p.m. Late 12 hours later, with a couple of bottles of water, with a couple of food in cans, and all that stuff. But I was so happy that I have something to bring to my family.
Coach Carlos and his family made the difficult decision to pack up and leave their hometown.
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. My kids too, my wife. And leaving the island, it was tough because it's something that you don't want to get apart from, because it's your culture, is what identifies you. It's something that is inside you that you love so much.
Carlos, with his wife and children, moved to Tampa, Florida, and immediately started to rebuild.
We went straight to the school. Like getting out of the airplane, we went straight to the school. So actually my wife family members, they were calling like, guys, where are you? So no, we are doing this, we are doing this, we are doing this. So when we told them, they were like, oh, these people they're coming here to work. They're coming here to give their best. And that was our mentality. I spoke to my youngest, that at that time she was 12 years old, my middle one, that was Glennis, and my wife, and I told them, hey, there won't be any fast food. There won't be any cinema or theater, movies or anything for probably 2 years. We have to sacrifice now to get back on our feet and move forward. All of them. Even my youngest, when she was 12, she was like, Dad, let's go, let's do it.
Moving forward meant getting to work. Carlos grew up playing and coaching volleyball in Puerto Rico, so he decided to start his own club.
So then one day, I just woke up, I was sitting down on my bed, and I was like, my laptop, let's register in the Department of the State. When I clicked submit, I was like, now I have to do it. It's already registered, so I have to do it. So then from that point, I only have around $300 to $400 on my bank account. So I use most of that money to buy 10 balls and this and that. But I didn't have I have one player, my daughter.
With no gym and only one player, Coach Carlos held a tryout for the Dynamite Volleyball Club, and it has only grown since then.
First year, I only have 7 players. They came to a tryout. I was like, well, I'm new here. But then during the season, that part of the season, some other parents were asking, hey, do you have spot? Do you have spot? So at the end, I have 15 players. So I built 2 teams, one with 7 players, one with 8. I was like, okay, we had 2 teams. Dynamite Volleyball now has 14 teams. I have 10 coaches, and it grew exponentially.
Dynamite Volleyball Club is about more than just volleyball. It's about giving back and helping others. Coach Carlos has a passion for giving, so he started Dynamite Cares.
The purpose of Dynamite Cares is to give back to communities and to help those families who can afford to pay club volleyball.
Dynamite Volleyball Club and Dynamite Cares were first in line to help families in Florida after Hurricane Ian's destructive path.
In contact with two organizations down in Fort Myers, and then one of them is a pantry, and the other one was a church that they were helping the communities building back, their homes and all that stuff.
Coach Carlos and his staff brought groceries, money, and supplies to Fort Myers. He knew what it was like to be without resources.
Because I saw people sleeping on the driveway. It was tough. And I was like, I was there 5 years ago. I was there. So I understand what they're going through. And I didn't want, to people to forget about that. That's why this year we were there again. And I'm planning to go there again probably later on. Because until they get back on their feet, I know personally what they're thinking.
This passion for helping comes from where Carlos grew up. It's something he carries with him every day.
I think it's growing in Puerto Rico, you usually share stuff over the fence with your neighbors. I remember that, and I continually remembering my mom giving some plantains, over the fence to the neighbors, and sharing sugar and this and that. And I grew up like that, share what you have, because what you are sharing probably people are lacking of.
Carlos has taught his athletes how to be passionate and work hard on and off the court.
And the same thing that I tell the players, hey, keep working hard, keep playing hard, because you never know who is looking around you, who is watching your game, what's the opportunity that you are missing now. Because now with the exposure that we have, I know more people will be willing to, hey, you know what? I'm not on his club, but I can volunteer to one of his events.
Caring for others is what drives Coach Carlos. His passion for helping is what his players will always carry with them.
So that's what is last for me. I'm not doing this for recognition. I'm just doing it because it's the right thing to do for them, that they see someone who cares about them. We don't want that kid going through life, what if? No, I want that kid to think I had the opportunity to become the player I am today. My parents did a sacrifice. The club that it was really caring. They were having programs to help me, help my family, keep me enrolled in the program. We don't know. Some of those children probably could be the next president of the United States. We don't know. There's going to be a turning point in their life with whatever they want to do. And if we can put a seed, just a little seed of hope in their heart, in their mind, help them a little bit more with their mental toughness, man, I'm telling you, I see some brightness in the future. But we have to sacrifice today to make them or their generation better.